the beginning of the game, there will be two decks shuffled and placed at the middle like this. So the first one is lab deck. It consists of element cards and the action cards shuffled together. While for another one is potion deck. It consists of 3 possible cards. First is 2 golden potion, stands for 2 positive score. 1 golden potion stands for 1 positive score, while 1 green potion stands for 1 negative score. In between these 2 decks, the space is known as this card pile. So the player have to throw away their action cards being used or any element cards involved in this action. Also, each player will be provided 2 reference cards. The first one is the compound list, and the second one is the wild card that tells you the action cards functions. Right, so how can we start this game? First of all, each player will get 5 cards in total, and it will be distributed one by one clockwise. The player who gets the first card when being distributed will be the one who starts the game. When it's your turn, make sure you have drawn 2 cards from the left deck and add it to your hand. In one turn, each player can make up to 3 moves. First type of move is you form a compound by pairing out suitable element cards, or if you have noble guesses element cards, you can straight away deploy them. But make sure it can only occupy 2 out of 3 moves. And the second type is you use the action cards. When forming a compound or element, you have to make sure you mention the correct name and the type of compound. If you have mentioned it correctly, you can take 1 potion card. However, over here, player 1 didn't mention any name and type, and he straight away take the potion. Oh, you see, if you get caught like this, then the player has to take back all the element cards back to their hand, and this move is considered wasted. However, the player can still continue the same move, but this time he needs to make sure he do it correctly. Sodium chloride, ionic compound. Now, we're back to the ideal situation. For example, player 1 wants to form a compound and he mentioned sodium chloride, ionic compound. Since both are correct, he can take 1 potion card from the potion deck. Check the score secretly and place it face down below the element cards. So now 1 move is consumed. He can continue to form this neon noble gas. So since they are correct, the player 1 continue to draw 1 card from the potion deck. Place it face down like this. What if the player 1 continue to use up his remaining moves by deploying the compounds? The answer is not allowed, because 1 player can only make up to 2 maximum successful compounds or element formations. So what he can do instead, he can choose to use action cards. For example, Hand of Greed.
Hand of Greed. Draw 4 cards from lab deck and keep all the element cards. Action cards are put back and reshuffled.
After you use the action card, make sure you put it in the discard pile as shown by the player 1. Now, the player 1 has drawn 4 cards. He can only take up to 2 element cards, and he needs to place back all the remaining action cards back to the deck. You can choose to reshuffle the deck, or if you are lazy, you can just put at the middle. So over here, my turn is done.
Now it's my turn. I will draw 2 cards, and I would like to use Steal.
Steal. Randomly steal 1 card in hand from a player.
Oh man.
Next, I would like to use Pick and Switch.
Peek and switch. Peek at a player's cards in hand and switch 1 card with the player.
This time, I can choose another player, and I would like to choose you. I want to take this card from you, and I will give you this card. Now, I want to form compound. I would like to choose sodium chloride, ionic compound.
There are only two same compounds allowed on the field. So for example here, sodium chloride has existed twice. No more sodium chloride can be formed by any players.
It's my turn. I will draw 2 cards. I would like to use Hand of Fortune.
Hand of Fortune. Draw 2 cards from lab deck.
Lithium chloride ionic compound. Then I would like to form another compound. I would like to use element S as hydrogen.
Element X acts as any element card when forming a compound.
Water molecule covalent compound. Okay, done.
I use pick and pick.
Peek and pick. Peek at a player's cards in hand and pick 2 from it.
I use on player 2. Ideally, player 1 can see the cards from player 2 and pick any 2 from it and add it to his hand. However, everything will change if player 2 has full count.
Full counter. Reflect an action on you to the caster, except inhibitor.
So now, the action of pick and pick is reflected. Player 1 is being pick and picked by player 2. Now we see another situation. If player 1 have used Inert before the player 2 pick and picks his cards.
Inert. Immune to an action on you.
Player 1 can immune the action of this full count. So nothing happens. And this immune is not considered as one move. Inert protects you from an action, not cancel the actions. Therefore, there is no such thing like you can immune to an immune. Also, there is only 2 maximum counter cards allowed in a chain. When you have no more cards in your hand, like player 1, you can straight away draw another 5 cards from the left deck.
Magnesium oxide ionic compound. I will end my turn here. Done.
Argon noble gas.
Inhibitor.
Inhibitor. Block a player's compound formation.
So this argon will be discarded.
However, the situation will be changed if player 3 has Inert.
Inhibitor.
I use Inert against inhibitor.
Although Inhibitor is a powerful card, yet it can be defended using Inert. And also, it consumes 1 move in your next turn, so use it wisely.
I would like to use swap.
Swap. Swap 1 potion card with a player.
I want to change this potion card with you. Okay, done.
To be the winner in this game, you have to be the first player who has the total of 6 or more points. So for example here, player 1 has been the winner because when he revealed all his points, it's found that he has the total of 6 points.